I tour neighborhoods in New York City every day for my clients. Now, Hudson Yards is one of the most unique neighborhoods in New York City. And in this video, we're going to discuss why that is. My name is Chris Jordan. I'm a luxury real estate agent here in New York City, and this is my neighborhood guide on Hudson Yards. Let's go. To kick things off, let's talk about the geographic makeup of Hudson Yards. Hudson Yards stretches from 30th to 34th Street between 10th and 12th Ave. It's on the west side of Manhattan and is bordered by the West Side Highway, Chelsea, and Hell's Kitchen. Hudson Yards' history, or lack thereof, is what makes it so unique. If you watch any of my other neighborhood guides, you know I like to go into detail about each neighborhood and the evolution of it. Well, Hudson Yards don't have that because it was engineered from scratch on top of railroad tracks. Hudson Yards is actually less than 10 years old, and it cost $25 billion, making it one of the most expensive real estate developments in the country's history. That being said, the feel of Hudson Yards is, ironically for me, the easiest neighborhood to explain to somebody that's not from New York. Big reason why I started neighborhood guides, because a lot of times when you're explaining the price of a lot of units, you really try to explain to buyers that they're not only buying an apartment, but they're buying the convenience and the amenities of neighborhoods. Now, when it comes to the Hudson Yards, that's still true, but the Hudson Yards is easier to explain because it's modernization. It's really hard to find infrastructure of New York City outside of New York City, but that's not the case with Hudson Yards. When you get buyers from the Middle East, parts of Asia and London, they can really relate to Hudson Yards because the architecture and the infrastructure almost reminds them about where they're from. So in a lot of cases, you don't have to explain Hudson Yards because Hudson Yards explains itself. Really 21st century modernization. I think Hudson Yards offer a great lifestyle with a lot of amenities, just like a lot of the top neighborhoods in New York City. The developers definitely engineered Hudson Yards with a lot of intentionality. You got upscale shopping. You got the Shops, which is a mall, steps away. Chelsea steps away. You get direct access to the High Line. You also got the 7 train. There's really not a lot that Hudson Yards don't have. You got top restaurants from some of the top chefs. Midtown West, a short walk away. So the Hudson Yards is really in a desirable location with a lot of amenities. I think with that being said, that directly influences who lives in Hudson Yards. You'll definitely find finance and tech professionals living here, but international buyers, whether it's for their primary residence or as a pied-à-terre, they love this area. And there's 2 buildings you can buy into in the Hudson Yards. You have 15 Hudson Yards and 35 Hudson Yards, and they're nice modern glass towers. They have world-class amenities, great views, great units. Now, they do have different finishes in each of the buildings, but they're still both offer world-class amenities, low maintenance, now high carrying costs, but it's perfect for somebody that don't stay here full-time. For Hudson Yards is it's competitive with some of the top neighborhoods in New York City, so you're talking $2,000 to $3,500 per square foot. As always, it's fluid, but it's very competitive with some of the top neighborhoods in the city. So, when talking about who this neighborhood is perfect for, I think you can guess. I think it's perfect for people who want a modern New York City experience. You know, international buyers, pied-à-terre, young professionals. Now, if you're looking for that classical New York City charm, there's a lot of neighborhoods in New York City that will offer that for you. Hudson Yards is not one of them. I'll give you my take on Hudson Yards. I'm actually a fan of Hudson Yards because, like I said, it's easy for me to explain. You know, you step into Hudson Yards and you feel everything Hudson Yards have to offer. Now, there's some people that are not a fan of it, people that like nostalgia, and I think that's a fair take. I think Hudson Yards offer something to a demographic that we didn't have to offer previously. And also, again, just my opinion, I would not be surprised if in 10 to 15 years Hudson Yards is one of the most popular neighborhoods in New York City, because everything I just explained is just phase one. Phase two will be breaking ground very soon, and it's going to offer more rentals, more schools, more park space, more infrastructure. So I think Hudson Yards is just going to grow from here. It's just going to expand. Price is going to shoot up. The experience is going to shoot up. So I think Hudson Yards is just scratching the surface on what it will be in the future. And I'm excited to see the future. I think when Gen Z start accumulating wealth, I think Hudson Yards is definitely going to be somewhere that they're interested in, because it do give you that modernization. So we get a modern neighborhood. We still have the other neighborhoods. And one thing I always like to say is embrace change, because in life, change is inevitable. And I think Hudson Yards represent, I wouldn't say change in New York City, because we still have a lot of neighborhoods that still have the nostalgia, but it represents something different. So I think a variety is good. With that being said, my name is Chris Jordan. Give me a break. Hold on, I'll be right back. My name is Chris Jordan. I'm a luxury real estate agent here in New York City. This is my neighborhood guide on the Hudson Yards. I'm sure we'll do a part 2 soon, because Hudson Yards is growing and I'm going to grow with it. If you have any questions about neighborhoods or real estate related questions, never hesitate to shoot me an email. I also have a buyer's guide if you're in the beginning stages that have a lot of valuable information you can learn from. And happy holidays to you and your loved ones. And I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for joining me.